Tonight, one man is under arrest and another is on the loose after a violent jewelry store heist in Cedar City ends in a crash and approximately $70,000 in stolen goods. And while wildfire damage marks the Grand Canyon Lodge, one woman's powerful memories offer a heartfelt glimpse into its resilient past. Those stories, your full forecast, and more coming up next on St. George News at 5.
You're watching St. George News at 5, brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Monica McLaughlin. Police say one man is in custody after a jewelry store burglary in Cedar City that left the owner injured and an estimated $70,000 in merchandise stolen. Officers arrested 47-year-old Eric Resma after a chase and crash, while a second suspect is still on the run tonight. The Grand Canyon Lodge may be scarred by wildfire, but one woman's vivid childhood memories of life on the North Rim offer a moving reminder of its enduring spirit. Let's go to reporter Stephanie DeGraw, who reflects on her family's deep connection to this iconic landmark.
So a friend of mine texted me, and I thought, this isn't real. No way would they let the North Rim Lodge burn. And then I checked it out online, and it had. And I felt like a piece of me just floated away. My parents managed the lodge and the mailroom at the North Rim of the Grand Canyon. And every summer I was fortunate enough to go live in a little tiny cabin next to the lodge. When I was there, it was the early 1960s, but we still got up early to sing the sing-away song to all the tourists that had come and visited us, and we'd wave and sing, "Ooh, I want to be with you, ooh, a little longer, ooh, I want to be with you some more." It was kind of bittersweet because I had just met all these people from all over the world, and they were my little buddies for a few days. I really loved looking outside the picture window to the view of the Grand Canyon, especially during thunderstorms. It was amazing how the dark clouds would roll in across the sky, lightning everywhere, and then the thunder shook me so hard in my seat I thought I'd fall out. In 2019, my mother and my sister that was born at the South Rim and I went to the North Rim to visit the lodge. And when I got out of the car and I smelled all of the pinyon pine and walked into that lodge and felt like this hasn't changed at all. It's like a time capsule. Everything was the same as I remembered as a child, from the Navajo rugs on the walls, big, beautiful picture windows. And my sister noticed that I was kind of tearing up, and she said, "How do you feel?" And I said, "I feel like I just came home. I feel like this is where I was the happiest I ever was, because it was the only place where my parents truly got along and we were all happy." And it's one of those places that you think back about fondly and you wish you could go back to that place and time with all those special scents and sounds and feeling of being in awe of the canyon. You just want to go back and be there and enjoy it again.
Now we'll take a look at your daily weather forecast, brought to you by Casablanca Resort and Casino. It's a hot and dry start to the week across southern Utah and Nevada. Right now in St. George, it's 103 degrees. Expect a low of 72 tonight, with a high of 105 and a low of 72 tomorrow. In Mesquite, it's currently 106 degrees, heading for an overnight low of 77, with a high of 109 and a low of 77 on Tuesday. Cedar City is sitting at 89 degrees this afternoon, with a cool low of 61 tonight, and temperatures ranging from 91 to 60 tomorrow. A red flag warning remains in effect through 9 p.m. for much of the region, with gusty winds and low humidity keeping fire danger elevated. St. George has been named Utah's top city for small businesses thanks to rapid growth, a strong economy, and the state's lowest sales tax rate. Now let's go to reporter Maury Kessler with a closer look at how southern Utah is becoming a magnet for entrepreneurs.
St. George has been ranked number 1 for small businesses in Utah out of 47 cities in a recent study by B2B Reviews. The city earned the top spot due to strong population growth of 9% from 2020 to 2023, a high concentration of employer firms, and enjoying the state's lowest county sales tax rate at 11.15%. Cedar City placed 4th, noted for its affordability and 13% growth, while Hurricane ranked 7th with the lowest commercial rent and the fastest growth rate at nearly 19%. It is not the first time St. George has been at or near the top of the list as a best city for small business, as it has consistently made high placement in WalletHub's own national listing in recent years. B2B Reviews calls St. George's economic stability, business presence, and tax advantages a winning mix, while officials credit a large customer base and pro-business policies. To learn more, read the story.
A new era of aviation training has landed in southern Utah as Epic Flight Academy opens its newest FAA-certified flight school at St. George Regional Airport. Now let's head to reporter Jesse Bang for an inside look at how this program is helping future pilots take off.
Epic Flight Academy has officially touched down in St. George, launching its 9th flight school location nationwide. From discovery flights to hands-on simulators, the Academy invites aviation enthusiasts to explore the school, whether they're pursuing flight as a hobby or aiming to become a commercial airline pilot. Site manager Tomas Ruales tells St. George News why a career in aviation is so rewarding.
So you're checking the weather and making sure things look well. You're pre-flighting. And then when you get to go up there and I guess just make the whole thing happen, and then as I think adding on the instructor aspect is another thing. When you're doing this for somebody else as well and you get to see it on their face, like how awesome that is, that's probably the best part. It's like you're completing a mission every time.
Epic Flight Academy follows a Part 141 FAA-approved curriculum. The program takes students from 0 flight hours to a certified flight instructor in about 12 months.
If you want to be in an environment where everything around you is designed to get you from 0 hours to a point from which you can then become an instructor to build hours, and you want to do that with a clear and concise roadmap, that's what Epic would be for. Like, how do I get my training done efficiently so I can get it done in a good amount of time, but how do I not skimp on any like the important things like the quality, right? I don't want an instructor who's just going to, oh yeah, read this, read that, come back, okay, looks good. No, I want someone to sit down there with me and explain this to me and make sure that before I leave the room today, I kind of have an understanding.
For more details on the Academy and the grand opening celebration, see the full article.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to wewininjurylaw.com. I'm Monica McLaughlin with St. George News, your #1 source for local news. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more local news updates. And if you liked this newscast, you might enjoy one of these stories right here.